Welcome in to CHGO Bets Daily, coming to you live from Studio B of our CHGO offices here in the West Loop of Chicago. Got to give you some bets real quick. Game starting in about 4 minutes. All right, so we got the Dodgers and Marlins going on. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me at Sean_W_Anderson. That's Cody Delmendo, my partner in degeneracy. You can follow him at Cody_CHGO. Let's get into some homer bets. Then we're going to talk about Chiefs, Lions, and then Cody's been here for a bit. He's got to go home and learn how to chug a beer. So let's go to the graphic, Steven. We made the graphic. Yes. Miami Marlins are taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers, and that means Lance Lynn is going to take on his former teammate, Jake Burger, and it is written in the stars. I saw it last night. Jake Burger is hitting a home run tonight. Plus 475. And that's on a different app than DraftKings Sportsbook, but I did sprinkle $5 on Jake Burger to hit a home run on DraftKings too with the no sweat. So I'm not even going to sweat it out because, again, it's written in the stars. So I know it's going to happen, but...
My no sweat actually hit today. So.
Oh, well, what'd you hit?
They hit parlay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We went Seiya Suzuki 2 hits.
He's so good.
Bellinger 1 hit, and Happ to get 1 hit. It hit in the 5th inning.
How much did you win?
$48 on a $10 bet.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What was Suzuki to get 2 hits? Like minus 110?
Plus 210. But like Happ and Bellinger were huge favorites.
Okay.
Or like huge, like minus 300 each to get hits.
Okay. So it was like what, plus 310 or something?
It was like plus 380.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice hit. That's a sick hit.
It's just nice to win money, man.
Hey, and you did. Congratulations. Yeah. And your Cubs swept the Giants. But it's written in the stars. Lance Lynn throws a ton of fastballs. That's all Jake Burger hits. Dude's geared up to hit fastballs. And then, someone came back and was like, oh, well, then he's just going to see a ton of sweepers. Lance Lynn, according to StatCast, stopped throwing sweepers in April. And when you look at what he's done as a Dodger, 2 homers he's given up to righties off his curveball. And Jake Burger can hit curveballs. Go ask Clayton Kershaw. So I really, really like Jake Burger to hit a homer. And 2, I like a little sprinkle on Luis Arraez. It was at 15-1 on one site. That's hilarious. That absolutely hilarious. I know that Luis Arraez loves to see a Lance Lynn four-seam fastball. Arraez is kind of doing a Kirk Gibson thing, though. His legs are like kind of gimpy, like he's kind of sore down there. So I do just kind of see him either selling out for power and just trying to pull a fastball over the fence, or just getting out a ton. But we'll see. I like Arraez and Burger in that game. We can talk about the Royals and White Sox after, but we have football to talk about. Cody, how you feeling about the week 1 coming back?
I'm excited, man. Football is back, and I thrive in week 1 of the NFL season. You know why? And I said this yesterday.
Why?
The dogs are barking week 1, year in and year out, Sean. Year in and year out. Last season for week 1, underdogs of 5 to 10 points have gone. Last season they went 7-2 against the spread.
I like that.
Some of them won outright, like our Chicago Bears against the 49ers. So the dogs are barking, which means plus money, baby. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Well, I'm excited too because, and Edward asked, Lions getting the points and under tomorrow, right? I don't know about the under. Cody can talk more about the under in week 1. I like the Lions getting the points, and if you go to DraftKings, there's an early win promo for Thursday's game. I don't know if you can get the Lions at this number still, but I got them at plus 195 on an early win. If they get the ball first, all they got to do is score a touchdown. And that's why I'm also going to sprinkle on David Montgomery, first touchdown scorer, 11-1. Because you know who scored a ton of touchdowns last year?
Not David Montgomery.
Well, Jamal Williams.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know who's not on the Lions anymore?
Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams. You know who's replacing Jamal Williams?
David Montgomery.
There you go. All right, so let's just bet on David Montgomery. I won a decent amount of money betting on Jamal Williams last year, and I'm just going to ride.
Lions are at home, right?
Montgomery.
So, yeah.
No, Chiefs are at home.
Is it Chiefs at home? I couldn't
Chiefs
remember.
are at home.
Chiefs
Yeah.
are at home. My
Chiefs
bad.
are at home.
So you're banking on the Lions to go into Arrowhead and score the first touchdown
Yeah.
on the road week 1.
I don't know if I'm banking on it.
On prime time.
don't know if I'm banking on it.
Well, it's 11-1, so it's
that's a sprinkle.
It's a sprinkle.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, I don't hate it. I'm just like that's what we're betting here.
I mean, we also are betting on the Chiefs again, week 1 underdogs. So I mean, hey, you can take all your
the Lions are.
Yeah, right. But you can also say Super Bowl hangover for the Chiefs.
Yep.
And they have their biggest weapon in franchise history out, likely, in Travis Kelce. Deep injury? It's inflamed?
It's inflammation. They said it. His ACL is intact.
That's good.
But there's inflammation around the knee.
Hyperextended the knee. Yeah. That's what they're saying that he did.
It's been a long time since he missed a game for injury, but this seems like one of those things where he's
week
probably
one,
going to be
probably
out.
Shouldn't push it. The Chiefs are going to be there at the end of the year.
So who's their best weapon if he's out?
Kadarius Toney's one.
Sky Moore.
Isn't Kadarius Toney hurt?
No, he's going to play.
He's
off the injury report.
He's off the injury report.
I don't know if they're going to move the ball that efficiently. I think there's going to be maybe a couple 1-2 drives that it takes, Pat Mahomes to march down the field. I get they have home field advantage, but Lions can get lucky. I mean, they're a really well-coached team, and the reason why I think that David Montgomery makes sense is just that he's a hard-ass like Dan Campbell. Like, I think that's a dude that would take a bite out of a dude's leg. I think that's a guy that, him and Dan Campbell will probably just, like, take off their helmets and just headbutt on the sideline because they're just so jacked to play football.
Yep.
I don't know. I got a good vibe from Montgomery in Detroit. I think if there's any team that's going to threaten the Bears winning the NFC North, it is the Lions.
No concern about Jahmyr Gibbs?
Well, I mean, he is a factor. He's 11-1 as well as first touchdown scorer. So it's really just what Lions running back do you want to go with? But who thought Jamal Williams was going to score like 17
I think he
touchdowns?
led the league last year.
It wasn't even close. It was like 17 touchdowns, and then I think Fields was like 11, and he was in second, or it was Hurts was at like 13, and he was in second. So it was a wide gap. So, I mean, I get it, and they, spent to get Gibbs, but I don't know. Like, again, I just think I think he likes David Montgomery. I think that those two, are just kind of kindred souls. Cool. You listen to David Montgomery speak, and all he has just ever done is breathed football, and that's Dan Campbell.
Have you seen how much this line has moved since yesterday?
I have.
How much is it?
It was like 6.5.
I saw it at 7 yesterday, pre-injury. It has now moved all the way to Chiefs minus 4.5. So Vegas apparently thinks Kelce's not playing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you said sit him out.
I don't think Kelce's going to play.
If this was Monday night, maybe.
Yeah.
But
it's a Thursday night game.
Right. You have the least amount of time to turn it around.
And it's not like they don't have a serviceable tight end behind him. Noah Gray was pretty good last year when he was on the field. Not that he's on the field that much.
It really doesn't matter.
It's not Travis Kelce.
No one's Travis Kelce. This guy might be the best tight end ever.
Right. I mean, that's pretty tough to replace him. Hey, Chad Henne's a pretty good quarterback. I'd rather have Pat Mahomes.
It's hard to go against Pat Mahomes at home. It's hard to go against Pat Mahomes at home as a favorite, as an underdog, as anything, especially whenever he's an underdog. But I don't really have a play on the spread. My play is on the under. Primetime unders, baby. Death, taxes, primetime unders. All right. Primetime unders are a cash cow in 2022. All right. Primetime unders through week 17 of last season hit 61% of the time, including week 1 Thursday Night Football last year between the Rams and the Bills. And the reason being that I love the under, one, we've seen it year in and year out in recent years especially. Teams are not like there might be a handful of teams that might be locked in, ready to go, full team chemistry, ready, or week 1 ready. And so they're putting up a ton of points. But more than half the league normally takes a few weeks to get to the point where they start to look like what everyone projected. And the reason being is in preseason, starters are playing less and less. And so to me, especially with Kelce probably being out, I think that both these teams are going to look like, I wouldn't say rusty, but they're not going to be in midseason form. And so I think the under is the easiest play of this game for me. It's at 52. It was at like 54, but after the Kelce news came out, it's came down to 52. I love the under for Chiefs Lions.
You got me like ready to put $1,000 on it. I mean, like you're ready to make me run through a wall. I mean,
well,
you're getting 7 touchdowns and a field goal.
Yeah,
and that's a push.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fucking
you
points.
You can use it as your no sweat bet because I believe on DraftKings Sportsbook this week on Thursday and Sunday and Monday primetime games, you get a free bet.
I did it on the David Montgomery thing.
Oh, okay.
So I sprinkled 5 on 11-1. Yeah. So I took a longer shot.
Yeah, you get.
But that's why
better
I was,
odds.
that's why I was ready to put $1,000 on it. Bet responsibly. And hey, maybe I should tell you about DraftKings Sportsbook. Can you believe we've had 7 months without an NFL game? We are salivating. It's making us crazy. And good thing it's over because tomorrow we're finally going to get NFL back in our life. It's here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is giving you a can't-miss offer for Week 1. This week, new customers get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 on any NFL games. Go bet on the under. Come on, folks. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting out for? DraftKings is hooking every one up with game day greatness. All customers can take advantage of 2 new offers every single game day this September. Check the app to see what you get. I believe right now, Happy Hour is super boosting Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase each to get 50 yards receiving, up to plus 100. Yesterday it was Hurts and Fields, either of them to score a rushing touchdown at plus 100. So go check it out. Go check out DraftKings Sportsbook. Take that super boost. Justin Jefferson hit it in 11 of 17 games. Jamar Chase hit it in 11 of 12 games. So, Jefferson really has to come. I mean, you're really just betting on Justin Jefferson to get 50 receiving yards.
Which, against the Buccaneers, is definitely possible. Yeah, they're not supposed to be very good this year.
They don't have an offense to move the ball. Right. So he's probably going to get at least 27 targets?
At least 10.
Is that aggressive?
A little aggressive, yeah.
Realistically, 10 targets.
I would take the over on 10 targets.
Well, I would too. I'm saying realistically at least 10 targets. I think Jordan Addison's going to be a big factor for the Vikings this year, but Jefferson is the best receiver in football.
If those two turn into Chris Carter and Randy Moss 2.0, I'm going to throw up. Download now the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code CHGO to sign up. New customers can take home $200 in bonus bets instantly just for betting $5. That's code CHGO only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.100gambler.net. In New York, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort. 21 plus. Age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. See dkng.co/football for eligibility terms and responsible gambling resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply, because of course they do. Anything else you got in the NFL world, or at least for Thursday? We're going to have a show tomorrow, 6:30. It's going to be after dark. We're going to talk probably Big Ten football, a little Week 2 college football, and we'll probably sprinkle more NFL, because why not?
Well, we have to eventually talk about Bears-Packers.
That's true.
So we can either do it now or we can do it tomorrow.
I mean, I think I'm working Sunday.
I'm working Sunday because I'm coming here to watch the game on the watch-along that we're going to be streaming.
Okay. I mean, why don't we just maybe do just a show Sunday?
Okay.
And just preview the game day.
But I'm going into the tailgate, too.
We could do it
at the tailgate.
I didn't plan to talk Bears-Packers today, so we'll talk about it.
That's fine.
We'll talk about it.
I do have three plays that I like right now. So I'll just go ahead and give them out.
Give them up.
All right. Steelers +2. All right. Kenny Pickett time. It's Kenny Pickett time in the Steel City, baby. Steelers home underdogs against the 49ers.
It's Kenny Pickett time.
It's Kenny Pickett time, baby. George Kittle, from what I've seen, he's questionable.
He's going to play.
I think he's going to play, but he is questionable right now, at least. Anyway, the spread opened at 3. It's down to 2. Perhaps just take the money line just in case it comes down to the very end and they end up losing. At least if they lose and they lose by 3, you don't hate yourself and they just lost because they lost. That's my bet. That's the best gambling advice I can ever give you. If it's less than 3 points on an underdog, just take the money line. Just take the money line, and you get better odds on them since they're underdogs anyway. But there's no one on the Steelers injury report, so they're coming in very healthy in this game. Mike Tomlin as a home underdog, Sean.
Tell me.
Let me tell you.
Tell me.
14-5-2 against the spread and 13-8 outright as a home underdog since 2007.
Is it Mike Tomlin time or is it Kenny Pickett time?
It's both.
Let's go.
It's both. So give me the Steelers +2 money line, whatever. I'm also considering the under, but right now I love the Steelers. Week 1 against San Francisco. We saw last year San Francisco as a favorite against the Bears came out and really sucked. Of course, it was a monsoon, but don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. All right.
They still lost. That's a fact.
They still lost. The next play, you know how I was saying earlier about underdogs of 5 to 10 points went 7-2 against the spread last year. Texans +10 against the Ravens. They're on the road. It's going to be a very boring game. Because I'm taking the under 44 as well. All right. Here's why. There's no like NFL tape on CJ Stroud, right? That all you have on him is college. So what I'm betting on for the Texans to cover 10 is just you know how some quarterbacks come into the league and they light the world on fire first handful of games because there's no tape or they don't know, like he's just different, I guess you could say. And he's a dynamic quarterback. He was at college, right?
He's better than Anthony Richardson.
Yes, I agree. I'm basically betting on the Texans to hang around and cover 10. Covering 10 points in the NFL is like as a favorite is hard to do most years, or not most years, but most games. So it's not that I'm not a believer in the Ravens, but it goes back to week 1. The Texans also have had a lot of time to prepare for this game, as have the Ravens. But as we saw last year with the Bears and 49ers, anything can happen in these week 1 games. So that's why I like the Texans +10. Again, week 1 underdogs of 5 to 10 points last year went 7-2 against the spread. All right. Now I like the under 44. The Ravens have gone under in 11 of their last 15 games dating back to last year. So as we saw, I know they're going to probably throw the ball a lot more this year because they have a new offensive coordinator, but they're still going to run the ball a ton, in my opinion. So, and also I don't know what to expect from the Texans offense. So if I'm wrong about Texans covering 10, I think the under is probably the most safe play because you're more likely going to see the Ravens defense hold the Texans down and the Ravens win like 21-7 or something like that, and rather than the Texans covering 10 and it going under. So those are for that game. That's what I like. I like the under more than I like the spread, but I love the trend, so I'm taking it.
The Ravens are weirdos too.
Yeah,
I don't trust them. Like
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
those are my 3 plays.
The only one I'm iffy on is Kenny Pickett time, but you come in with the Mike Tomlin stats, and I love Mike
Tomlin.
Tough to argue.
I love Mike Tomlin because I just wish the Bears could be like Mike Tomlin. Just give me a winning record every year, man. That's all I want.
Hey, they got a ton of cap. Maybe they just go spend it on Mike Tomlin if this thing doesn't work out. All right, let's give out final homer plays. Luis Arise and Jake Berger both grounded out, and that makes me sad. Andrew Vaughn +550. A lot of nice swings yesterday. Apparently, he's using a lighter bat. He's going up against Jordan Lyles, and he hit a homer last time he was going up against Jordan Lyles in Kansas City. So why not do it again? Last time, Luis Robert Jr. Went up against Jordan Lyles in Kansas City. He also homered. Plus 330. He is playing. He hasn't been scratched as of yet. Knock on wood. And he did pinch hit yesterday. And Steven?
Almost homered.
Hit the shit out of
Really
the ball.
close.
Yeah. So let's go plus 330. And Bobby Witt, plus 700 is a very disrespectful line. I don't get the line. I am betting the line. He's going up against Tukey Toussaint. It's not a Tukey Tuesday.
He gives up a lot of homers.
He gives up a lot of homers. He gives up a lot of walks. Actually,
Gives up a lot of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very good.
I'm going to go find Mr. Bobby Witt's stolen base, too. Maybe he'll hit a homer and steal a base. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be neat? Kill me.
I bet those odds would be incredible.
Yeah,
It's Corey Lee catching, so if it was Yaz, I mean, I'd be more in favor of that. But Bobby Witt's really fast.
Bobby Witt's really fast. That's the thing. Is like, it's just really fast. They're not the pitchers aren't good at holding guys on. Yeah, there's no stolen base. I'll find it. Maybe it was just a stolen base one. I'm watching the Marlins and Dodgers. Thank you. God bless. I'm seeing if Jake Berger was hitting a home run because I bet on it. But yeah, I'm gonna go Bobby Witt at plus 700 because again he's really good at baseball. He's got quick hands.
He is. When the Cubs played,
If he was on a better team, he could actually be an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the Cubs came, or not the Cubs, when the Royals came to Wrigley this year, Bobby Witt was the only thing that scared me that weekend. he is good. He's gonna be an all-star for a long time.
Yeah, he's gonna just absolutely. Do you know the White Sox are 4-5 against the Royals this year and have a run differential of minus 17 against them in 9 games? They've gotten outscored by 17 runs by the fucking Royals.
I'm sorry, man.
Can't wait to watch more baseball later. That's Cody Delmendo. You can follow him at Cody_CHGO.
One more day until football, man.
One more day until football. You can follow me at Sean_W_Anderson. Shout out to Sean Connolly in the chat.
What's up, bro?
His name's spelled right. God, yeah, good Irish, man. And then thank you to Stephen Nicholas for producing the show. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.